Okay, we're up to mitzvah number 7. This again is, now we're up to another prohibitive. This is a mitzvah loisase, which was at the time of the Beis HaMikdash again. All these about the Korban Pesach had to do with the time of the Beis HaMikdash. The mitzvah it's found in, again, Parshas Boi, Perek Yud Beis, Pasuk Tes, Al toichlu mimenu no, do not eat it raw, don't eat the Korban Pesach raw, uvashel mevushal b'mayim, or boiled with either water, or we're going to say even with like fruit juices, kiyim tzliesh, but roasted with fire. So it has to be roasted.
Must be roasted.
Roasted over a fire. So this mitzvah, it's forbidden to eat the flesh of the Korban Pesach. Well, it was either raw or cooked, but cooked only, let's say, by boiled. The Korban Pesach had to be fully roasted, otherwise it would be posel. It would be disqualified. Anyone away from it was punished by malchus. You were given lashes. Now, why did it have to be? It's an interesting thing. Why did it specifically have to be roasted, as opposed to, let's say, some other type of way? First of all, undercooked. Undercooked was the way. Nowadays, people eat things, they eat it rare. But in those days, rare was like considered like a little bit boorish. Not unsafe. Disgusting. They didn't care about unsafe, huh?
Disgusting.
It was like, I hate to say it, the schleppers used to eat uncooked food. But people who could afford a nice oven and could afford wood and do it properly, weren't on the run, they would sit there and take their time. Like, can you imagine a guy makes a barbecue, spends a couple hours in the afternoon, make a barbecue? You must have time to be able to spend doing that. You're not like you're like, it's almost regal, royal that people have, to be able to take care of. That was considered the proper way, that to be able to eat something. Now, again, had to be something that was, it's a whole question as to how many averos this is considered, because the Ramban, well, this is really going a little bit further, but the Ramban learns that there are 2 separate averos about no and mevushal. Breaks it up into 2 different lavim. But the way the Rambam learns it, this is like you got now this applies also the same thing, like I said. Oh, I didn't say this, but by Pesach Sheni. Now, Pesach Sheni, even the second Pesach that we're going to see later on, that there's a mitzvah to have, in case you missed the first one, also had to be fully cooked. Now, if you ate, let's say you had to cook, like I was saying, according to the Rambam, let's say you ate, it was undercooked, but it had been cooked in water. You boiled it partially, and it was undercooked. So according to the Ramban, you'll end up getting 2 malchus on that one. According to the Rambam, you're only going to get 1, because the Rambam learns that whole mitzvah, or that whole avera, as one avera, either undercooked but it's like an either or.
Or if you do this, or
meaning so either way, you're only going to get this is one avera. But according to Ramban, these are separate, averas in the Torah, and you can end up getting 2 sets of malchus for if you undercooked it but boiled it. Now, if you roasted it and then you cooked it afterwards, then you're also chayiv. You also get malchus. And now, let's say you stuck, in order the way they cooked it over a fire, then just throw it in a fire. You can't put it into a frying pan. You have to cook it right over the fire. So that means you have to have a spit that goes all the way through. The Mishnayos and Gemara Psachim talks about this. That Gemara. So it says you had to use a spit. They call it shpud, that was made out of pomegranate wood, because pomegranate wood did not, did not sweat. So that meant there was no water that would come out of the wood when it was heated. And therefore, it wasn't like it was, cooked inside of any type of water which would have come from the pomegranate wood.